grief. Now you know my horrible secret. I am petrified to be alone with you.
You are shaking a little, you know.
Maybe that's because every time I come into this joint, you fly into some kind of a tantrum.
Isn't it amazing it only happens when you show up? You know, nobody else seems to be able to bring out the juicy stuff in me like you do. You have a real talent for that.
Spare me the accolades.
Sorry, you're stuck with them.
You see, that's your problem. It's Buzz's way and no other. You cling to this egocentric agenda of yours like a barnacle, and to hell with what anybody else thinks or wants or feels.
You call it ego, I call it good sense.
You would.
Lady! I'm the only one that knows what's best for me, you understand me? And you know how I found that out? By doing what other people thought was best for me and getting mashed, which taught me a great truth. The opinions of others are terrific as long as you never, ever pay attention to them.
Holly! Hi! Sorry I'm late.
Hi.
Boy, am I sorry. Let's get a table. Come on.
Yeah, listen, you know, it's funny that a sociopath like you would end up running a place called Company when you can't stand anybody's but your own. You... Sit down. I watch him put the ground glass into my coffee.
Okay, that clinches it.
What?
The next time you plan to meet here, I need to allow plenty of time because the odds are if I'm late, you and Buzz are going to be at each other's throats.
Well, I don't start these things, but I'll be darned if I'm not going to try and stop them.
I like you more and more every day.
Let's forget about Buzz. No more about Buzz. Let's discuss a sweet man, your husband.
Oh.
How are things? I take it since you haven't turned up on my doorstep, pleading for sanctuary, married life is going well?
On the whole, it's great, yeah.
And by the piece?
By the piece, it's still pretty good, you know. We love each other very much.
Do I detect a slight hesitation?
No, it's just... Josh and I have had some interesting conversations about Reva and the kids.
Must be okay. So, tell me about the tone of this conversation.
Warm. Occasionally very warm.
You have such a good guy.
For a few hours at a time, maybe. All right, that was petty. Okay, the truth is, I don't begrudge Mara or Shane or even Reva time with Josh. Maybe Reva, but the point is, as far as Josh and the kids go, you know, it's a trick of trying to find the balance between, you know, his need to be involved in their lives and...
Their lives and their dramas.
Yeah, and my need for some clear boundaries. I mean, is that so much to ask that he give me a chunk of his time and that it's just mine?
Absolutely. The wedding night, for example, falls under that category.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, that was a perfect example of the whole big issue. Mara had a problem.
A problem that she created.
I know, but he didn't know that. He just knew that his little girl was in trouble, and that was enough to make him go running after her.
Oh, dutiful dad he is.
Yeah, and I was furious.
You have every right to be furious. Huh.
I guess the point is that I know I can't demand that he just let his kids fend for themselves every single time something comes up when it's inconvenient for me. I mean, I know he's right. He's got a responsibility to them until they're grown. I have to learn to respect that.
Yeah.
Of course, that makes him a sitting duck.
Yeah. Especially for a fake emergency like Mara's.
And Reva's been known to create a few fake emergencies herself.
Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do to keep Josh from running off with every false alarm?
I'll just tell him when it's happening. I mean, he's not great at picking up the signals yet, but at least he knows the game, right?
And dear Reva, you think she'll ever let go?
You know, that hope is in my prayer nightly, but I'm not asking for miracles.
So what are you gonna do?
My dear friend, I am going to look on the bright side. I am married to the man that I love, and he loves me, and I am going to try and keep him happy. Wouldn't it be great if Noah could do the same for Reva?